What's up, guys? How you guys doing today? And today makes 1 year anniversary for this Toyota 2025 Grand Highlander Hybrid XLE, by the way. I gotta get that one right. Anyway, so
welcome to New Jersey.
Yep, I'm here in New Jersey, so it says. So I'm just crossing the GWB and heading out to church. But I gotta tell you, there is so much that I want to talk about when it comes to this vehicle. And the main concern of this vehicle was always been how much gas consumption does this vehicle actually use, even though it's a hybrid. Now, with gas going up, you know, during the time of this 1 year thing, the price of gas for me has always been about, on average, $2.93. But it's just recently gone up, so I think I can still stick with that number, even though now gas is about $3.30 now because of what's going on in Iran. But I gotta tell you, you know, as far as me having this vehicle during the spring, when I first got it in the spring, in the summer, and in the fall, the average gas that I would spend in the car was about, in the highway, was about 27 miles per the gallon, at least 27 on average. And in the streets, local streets, you know, I live in New York City and there's a lot of traffic, and, you know, I activate the hybrid, and here I am just in traffic and lights, stop and go. The average of gas will jump up to almost 32 miles to the gallon. So with that said, that was fine. I was loving it. Exactly what the people from Toyota, you know, exactly what they say, how much you're going to be burning. But here's the twist. The twist is that during the winter, I would turn on remotely with my phone the vehicle to keep it warm. Now I'm idling the vehicle, and by idling the vehicle within those 2 months, let's just say 2 months, it's really about 3 or 4 months. So within those 2 months, the gas per mile that I would burn went all the way down to almost 19. So in the streets or in the highway, it didn't matter. It was averaging about 19 miles. So whether I was in the highway or if I was in the streets, it would still burn about 19 to 20 miles per gallon. And I'm saying to myself, but I couldn't use the hybrid. I couldn't use the hybrid because when you idle and you turn on the hybrid, you're actually turning off the engine. And by turning off the engine, the car starts to get cold inside. And now I'm cold, you know? So I had no choice, but I had to let the engine run and put the temperature to 75, 74 degrees, and to keep the car warm inside so we could stay warm. Especially there was a 10-day experience here in New York City that we had almost 5 degrees for 10 straight days. So listen, guys, as far as the winter is concerned, and I'm sure a lot of people will agree that you do burn more gas because you're idling the car during the winter than you do in the summer. You know, I got to say that you burn more gas in the winter. And now that the prices are going up, so, but you know what? Winter's almost over. So now the focus is just turning on the car when I'm getting ready to go somewhere. I don't have to worry about anything else. So I'm pretty content to that, and I'm fine. I'm wearing a light sweater, so it's right now, it's reading outside 75 degrees when it's really not 75. To me, it's more like 70 degrees, 65, I would say. But yeah, it's reading 75, you know, outside the car. I'm looking at the temperature. So what else can I tell you? I've driven this vehicle so far. Let me look at the total miles. 11,376 miles. And I just made the 1 year anniversary. Now, it wasn't 365 days throughout the year. It actually comes out to 363 days. Okay? I don't know why. So it's 363 days. Came out the total amount from March 11th that I've been doing my calculation of 2025 to March 11th of 2026. 363 days. And at 11,376, I've been averaging about 31 point something miles per day. So when it comes to these companies where they give you a 12,000 miles a year warranty, they know what they're doing. So they actually know what they're doing. So hold on, let me change my setting here 1 second. For some reason I kind of look bluish. Okay. Yeah, so that's it. What else can I tell you? Again, you turn on the hybrid, the EV mode, and the car starts to get cold inside. And during the winter, it was doing that a lot. What else? When I fill up the tank, I was told that once the gas starts filling up and it stops, don't try to fill up too much more. Make your comments below and tell me what you think, why they say that. You know, sometimes I used to tell the guy add $2 more worth of gas, almost a half a gallon more, just to fill it up all the way to the top. I was doing that, but I stopped doing that. I'm still using regular gas. I'm not using the high octane, so that's another thing. On average monthly, it was about maybe $85 a month that I would it would cost me $85 to $90 a month in gas. So that's pretty good. The Ford Explorer that I had before, it was costing me about $200 to $220 a month in gas. So that's a big savings on that. A lot of people are very skeptical about getting a hybrid. So far it's been good. I'm actually, I can't use the EV mode right now. It's saying unavailable. The battery is low because, again, I was in traffic by the GW. And but it's still, the EV still kicks in when I'm not stepping on the gas. So it doesn't use the engine as much. It's kind of like the battery and the engine itself. So do I recommend this vehicle to anyone? Absolutely. If you're looking for luxury, you can get the one with the added features, more added features. I didn't add that many features. Basically just a backup camera with this window on the top, and nothing fancy, pretty simple. The total value of this car from the company, from the Toyota dealer that I went to, came out total to about $54,000. About $54,000. So what else? The cruise control, I love the cruise control. The brake system that activates as you're driving, and it activates itself even without cruise control. To me, that gets a little annoying, but that's a good safety feature, because sometimes I'm changing the radio, or looking at something on my phone, and or having a conversation, and I turn away and the car starts slowing down itself even without the cruise controls. I guess that's pretty good. I just hate that. I think, in my opinion, it does the wear and tear on the brakes. So I might have to change the brakes sooner than I expected. So far I haven't changed the brakes yet. So the tires are still pretty good. You got to keep an eye on your tire. Right now it's a little high. I don't know. It's supposed to be at 36, 37 per square inch. The pressure, it's reading 40 and 41. So I got to check that. I got to lower that a little bit. I think that's it. Pretty much nothing else. Yeah, I drive in eco mode, by the way. Sometimes when I'm in a hurry and doing something, I do drive in sports mode. So and I haven't never touched the trail on this vehicle. And that's it. When you're on a stop sign, a stoplight, I press the hold button so you can actually let go the brake, and the car's not going to move until you step on the gas and make it move. So again, do your research. I'm just talking about here with the gas. My main thing is here is how much gas do you actually burn. It's pretty consistent with what they said during the summer and fall, but in the winter, totally different. The vehicle does burn more gas during the winter, and that's because you're idling. You're basically just
rerouting.
Oh, stop it. Okay, that's my GPS. All right, guys. Well, listen, that's the thing, a 1 year anniversary for this vehicle. Thank you for watching. Tune into my next story of anything that comes up with this vehicle that I want to share with you guys. Thank you for watching, and again, click the subscribe button and click the thumbs up for me. That would get my algorithm, pumping a little more, and I could do more videos. Okay, guys, thanks. God bless. Take care. Bye.